So here I am before we leave. We're ready to go, but I just want to take a short video of the garden just to kind of compare it to what we will find when we're back from our 10-day trip. I hope everything stays well and healthy. I don't think so, but we'll see what happens when we're back. I just picked a few veggies and trellised a few things. Any loose ends. Things look good here. The new cucumbers there. And this bed just harvested most of the grapes on the fence and left a few for the birds. A volunteer melon. The raspberries will be ready before we're back. The other volunteer melon. And then let's say goodbye to the flowers. I staked all the cosmos because they got hit pretty bad by the multiple storms we had last week. We had a storm every day this last week. And here's my mulberry and this bed as well. Okay. The pond is overflowing with all the rainwater. The stairs, the flowers. And here are my random pots. I just put them all together and put these sprinklers on them. And my new side bed is doing great. Okay, see you soon, garden. Here I am back from a 10-day trip, looking at the garden and what happened. The mulberry tree has grown a lot, especially after it stopped fruiting. I mean, it only gave a few fruit, but a lot of growth. I harvested a lot of herbs before I was gone. The mullein has flowered again. Things are stable here. The flowers for sure have grown a lot. You can see the marigold. The cosmos took over the garden. The cherry tree is kind of struggling, I think. Not a lot of leaves and they're yellowing a little bit. The strawberries are struggling as well here on this side. Maybe they need more water. I don't water this bed a lot. The plum tree has grown. Seems to be doing well. This is my second planting of squash after the borer killed everything. It's doing well, but it's getting mildew on the leaves, so I don't know how long it will hold, and I don't know if it got another borer damage. I need to inspect. This is my first time looking at the garden, so I haven't inspected a lot of things. The peppers here are doing well. The apple trees, this one is good. Oh, the parsley plant that I left for seed is definitely ready for harvesting the seeds off. I love this variety. And here it's a lot of cosmos. Again, all of these are volunteers. This one here is kind of covering the apple tree, so this one needs to go. Again, the beans that I planted are doing kind of okay. They're not getting a lot of sun. I just want them to grow taller. My first planting went away because of the rabbits, so they let these ones go. The eggplants here are kind of okay. They're not getting a lot of sun because of this volunteer cosmos that gotta go. It's also covering, like, look at this. This is a cosmos, and this is an apple tree. This one here. Oh, so the flowers are gotta go so that the apple tree can get some sunshine. The perennial flowers here are kind of past their bloom peak time, but they're okay. The hibiscus as well. It will flower again later in the fall, so that's good. What's going on here? Tomatoes. I mean, they were struggling in this bed, but I'm seeing more tomatillos. I really struggled with these because of the bugs that they were eating them, but I think I have more. Maybe they stopped laying eggs. Look at all these ones that are rotten, but there are more tomatillos, and I can make salsa verde. This variety is Chapon de Melancholy, I think, and it's really sweet. It can be eaten raw, and I think I can even make jam out of it, but I'm gonna make salsa verde or yellow salsa. What else do I have here? Oh, those tomatoes are looking really good. This is Better Boy. Finally, I'm getting some tomatoes out of this bed. And look at this Thai basil. It's taking over. It is awesome. I'm gonna freeze it for later. The other tomato varieties are doing well. There's a bumblebee. They're climbing up the trellis good as well. I should have pruned them more so they're not very bushy here. That's okay. I was away for a long time this summer, and the bean that survived the rabbit attacks is also doing great. But the best thing that happened here is that my raspberries are fruiting. I planted them in the spring. This is Joan J variety, and it's an ever-bearing one. So they are going to fruit this fall. I have 3 plants in this bed here. The grape is starting to get sick from all the humidity, but I harvested all the grapes and they were phenomenal before we left. Made a lot of jelly, and the mint is flowering. We're finally getting more harvest out of the pineapple ground cherries because I think that bug stopped attacking them that hard. And then, yay, I have the peppers. They're starting to get color on them. And I have a few more eggplants starting because I harvested everything before I left. But there's some baby ones. This is the volunteer melon. I think that's as big as it will get. I don't know what variety that is, but we let it go. I got a lot of volunteers. And here are the squash zucchini plants that I replanted. They have again some mildew on them, but I will let them all go to see if I'm gonna get any fruit. And the sweet potatoes have gone everywhere. They like this spot, so they just went everywhere in the bed. I hope I get a few. They need a longer season, and I planted them kind of late, but I hope I'm gonna get some. The okra, because I wasn't here to harvest, has gotten huge. They're gonna go to the compost because they're so tough now, but it is growing. The basil seems to be enjoying the weather, so I'm gonna harvest more, and I freeze them usually in cubes for the winter month. And here are more of the peppers, and actually the eggplants have grown taller, so that's nice. This is a new variety that I planted, a Chinese cucumber, but I don't like how much mildew it gets. And here it is in a sunny area. Look at that. I'm not gonna do it again. It's one of those long ones, but it's very susceptible. And it's an heirloom variety. This bed is doing good. That's the cilantro flowering, but even if it flowers, I'm gonna get all this and freeze it. And celery, I planted a few cucumbers. One of them died because of the wilt, but the other ones are okay. That's my third planting. This bed has a lot of different things. This is the lettuce giant. I need to harvest the seeds. And this is another variety, that's a red one. The parsley is doing great here. And I can harvest more perpetual spinach and celery. The cucumbers are struggling a little bit, but I have a few. Of course, they're all giant. My neighbors harvested a little bit while I was gone, but they're overgrown. This is my attempt for a sweet potato in this bed, and it's not as big because it's part shade. It doesn't like it, but it's climbing up here where the cucumber used to be. This is another cucumber, and I hope it's not wilting like the other one. This is one that is dying. It got the cucumber wilt from the yellow cucumber beetle, so it's dying. I don't know how many of them died. We'll have to take them all out. This is the beet. It hasn't grown much. We didn't get a lot of rain. And I watered, but still they need more water. Here's the cucumber mess. You can see how it all died and wilted. So I have to remove them. But this bed, partial shade, the garlic chive is happy. Even this, the lemon balm is happy. That's surprising in a part shade bed. And then of course the celery, perpetual spinach. The tomato bed here is doing okay. This is the Amish paste. The other ones are okay. More bumblebee varieties here. This is blush tomato, really sweet. And then I bumped my head on this dangling cucumber on the cucumber trellis. Here. And here I have chocolate pear. This one is sun sugar, very sweet. I have a couple of better boys here, but they're not ripe yet. That's good. So I don't have a lot of tomatoes to deal with, and this is black crim. Okay. In this bed, another huge cucumber, okra, and the plum tree has grown a lot. It's taller than I am, the one that I planted in the spring. And these have started fruiting finally, the purple beans. That's nice. And here's our fig tree, and it has few figs on it. Not a lot. I don't know why it doesn't bear a lot. Let me find them. Here, this is a Chicago hardy fig, so it's hardy to zone 5 like us. We probably have 10 figs on it. I hope we have enough time to have them ripen. The zinnias are doing good. I have a lot of deadheading to do for all the flowers. I need to harvest the calendula flowers here, but this bed, this is a new bed that I created this year, is doing really great for a first year bed. It's mostly perennials like this, butterfly weed and coneflowers. Some of them are flowering, some not, but I planted a few annuals like calendula or sunflowers just to use the space while the other ones grow. So really nice flowers here. lavender. This is baby breath. I'm not getting any flowers yet. Love this one. All of them look really nice. And then the colors are just fantastic at this time of the year. Look at this one, the hydrangea. And the front yard bed did well, considering that the irrigation stopped working all the time and no rain. But the roses did well, and the surprise lilies are blossoming. Look at that, and they smell really good. They just come out of the ground suddenly, and that's why they call them surprise lilies. And the pears on the pear tree are still hanging on. We lost half of them because of the wind. I mean, we only have maybe 10 to start up with. This is the first year they fruit, although they're 5-6 years old. And the apricot peach combo is huge. It did not fruit. They did not fruit this year, but they look happy for now, so that's good. So I have a lot of work and maintenance and harvesting to do, but that's my tour. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.